We all know this heat's dangerous for us, but it's also dangerous for our four-legged friends.
That's right. 3 News Hour reporter Ron Johnson spoke with the Nebraska Humane Society on how we can keep our pets safe from harm in this heat. Ron?
Hey, good morning, Zach and Cerise. Different kinds of surfaces respond to heat in different ways. And just walking outside can be dangerous for your pet if you're not careful.
Good boy.
Dogs like Opie here need a good walk every day, even when it's hot out. And the Nebraska Humane Society wants to make sure pet owners are mindful of their feet. Pam Weiss with NHS says they can run into trouble if they get too hot.
You'll see a dog dancing and you're like, man, he needs to get over on the grass, in the shade, somewhere where his paws are not being impacted by that hot surface.
Surfaces like sidewalks get as hot as 165 degrees. And so NHS recommends walking your animals off it along the grass to help keep their paws cool. To give you a better idea of how different surfaces respond to higher temperatures, I'm using this heat gun to give us a look at how hot they get. In the middle of the day, the grass in the shade got a reading of 93 degrees. Compare that to AstroTurf in the sun, which measured a whopping 170 degrees. That's the kind of heat that can burn your pet's paws and make them blister.
They can burst, they can get infected, and you can run into some more serious problems. So feet health is really important for dogs.
While the heat gun comes in handy, you don't need it. Weiss says you can use your hand or foot to check how hot surfaces are.
And if it's too hot for your foot, after 7-8 seconds, you're like, whoop, yeah, it's gonna be too hot for your dog.
Now, Weiss says ideally you want to keep pets indoors, just like we're all trying to stay indoors, right, in this heat. And when you have to walk them, use paw pads to protect their feet. And if for some reason you must leave them outside, make sure they have lots of cool water, proper ventilation, and that they're in the shade. In the studio, Ron Johnson, 3 News.